Hi, I'm Lisa Sipe from Ben Business Networking, and today I'm going to talk about how to put together an effective 10-minute presentation. So let's go ahead and start and talk about how you begin your presentation, and that's about introducing yourself to us. This is an opportunity for you to spend some time to get a little bit personal. Maybe tell us a little bit about your family, about your hobbies, or something maybe we don't know about you. And then, of course, get in and introduce your business to us. Tell us exactly what you do and maybe why you do what you do, like what brought you into the business that you're in and what makes you excited about it. So then that way we can be excited about your business as well. Then go right into telling us about your company. What are the services that you provide and how do you help your clients? You also want to really go in, and this one is super important, what your remarkable difference is, because we need to know what separates you from your competition. So if one of our friends is trying to choose who to pick, we need to know why your services are better than someone else's and what sets you apart. So don't forget about that one. And then you want to tell us who uses your services and be specific about this. So it can be business owners with 10 or more employees. It's someone who owns a home, or it's somebody who's a property manager that maybe manages more than 5 properties. You want to get really specific with this. Now that we know who your clients are, let's go into what problems do they have, because the more we understand what those pain points are, the more we can identify those people. So talk about the problems that you solve. So let's think about maybe someone who's a house cleaner. So their person, the problem that they have is maybe it's a busy professional that doesn't have time to clean their house, or it's a big family where they just don't have time to clean their house and it's a problem. So you solve it by cleaning their house. Those people come home, they feel super happy. So that makes it so we understand the pain points that you're solving. So going into those real examples really helps us understand those people and how to identify them. We also want to know who your perfect referral is. We kind of talked about the clients who you serve, but that might not always be who is your perfect referral as well, because let's go back to that house cleaner. The house cleaner may be able to help anybody who has a home, but their perfect referral might be a property manager because they have rental properties and they have multiple homes that need to be cleaned. So that's really an ideal referral for them. So let us know maybe 3 types of people who would use your services, and then that way we can get you really great referrals. This is another opportunity for you to be really specific about who you'd like to meet. This can go down to, let's talk about a carpet cleaner. Maybe they want to get into Brasada Ranch because that's something that they could do all the time because it's a very high traffic place. So you could say to the group, I'd like to meet the manager of Brasada Ranch, and there's 20 to 40 of us in the room. Chances are somebody in that room may know that person. So we need to know how we can help you during your presentation. This is a great time to say, this is what you should listen for to find my ideal referral. In my case, I would say to you, if anybody ever says that their competition's website looks better than theirs, that's what to listen for. So think about what your ideal client says that is something that somebody else should listen for to find you. And then you also want to get into how do you make that introduction? And we're your sales team. So how can you make it as easy as possible for us to share you as a referral? So if you prefer text message, let us know, here's a text message script that you can use, or here is an email script that you can use so that it's super easy. Okay, now let's go into some presentation tips. So you can use real stories and examples to keep us engaged. It makes it really relatable. You can also avoid going off of your slides or tangents because you only have 10 minutes and you're going to see a card that goes up and says your time is up, and you put time into your slides. You don't want to be cut off and not be able to finish. So stay focused and don't go off on those tangents. This is another opportunity for you to highlight your achievements. So if you've earned awards in your business, if you've been around for a really long time, this is the opportunity to toot your own horn. We need to know what makes you great, and don't forget to tell us. The other thing to do, we said this before, but I'm going to say it again because it's important, is to teach members how to listen for leads. We need to know how to refer you and what to listen for from other people. And lastly, I kind of said it a little bit before, but you have to stay within your time limit. So make sure that you can do that. And one way to make sure you can do that is to rehearse. So take some time before your presentation to walk through it, set a timer, and make sure that you can do it within the 10 minutes so that you don't go over and you can hit everything that you want to. Now here is a bonus tip for you. Anytime that you can use humor when you're doing a presentation, it's just fun. People like to laugh. So if you can bring in something funny, go ahead and do it. If you can't, don't force it, but if there's an easy way for you to slip into some humor into your presentation, go right ahead and use a meme like we're showing here. Okay, now let's go into things that you shouldn't be doing during this 10-minute presentation. Definitely don't wing it. You don't want to show up for your 10-minute presentation thinking like, I absolutely know my business. I'm going to be able to talk about it for 10 minutes. No, you have maybe one opportunity, maybe two within the year to have 10 minutes to talk to everybody in the room about your business, and you don't want to waste that time, and you don't want to waste other people's time. So make sure that you're prepared for your presentation. Again, we mentioned this before, but try not to read off of your slides. It's definitely more engaging if we can just listen to you, because we can read the slides and if we can do that, why should we be listening to you? So try to not just repeat what's on your slide. And then don't go overloaded with the details. There's only so much that people can remember, so you want to keep it simple and easy to remember. Now, this one is a really important point. The people that are in the room with you, we are your salespeople. We are there to sell you. You're not there to sell to us. You might end up selling to us because we get interested in your services, but that really isn't the point. You're trying to teach us how to sell you to other people. And another great one to remember is not to go off on tangents. And a good reason not to do this is just because it's going to put you over your time limit. So definitely stay focused on what you need to talk about during your presentation and what you prepared for. This next one doesn't really apply to everybody, but if your business has like a certain lingo or a language with it, you might not want to use it during this presentation. As a web designer, if I sat here and started talking about CSS and JavaScript and APIs, you are probably going to fall asleep. So definitely stay away from that and keep it really easy to understand, because you don't want to confuse people and you don't really want to bore them at all either. Lastly, don't forget to teach members how to refer you. That's really the most important point of your presentation, because you want us to send you those referrals so that you can grow your business. Now, this is for all you overachievers out there. So if you have the time and you really want to maximize your 10 minutes, here are some things that you can do. You can encourage other members to invite guests. And a way to do this is a couple meetings before your presentation is to let everybody know, hey, my presentation is coming up, and these are the types of people that would really benefit from listening to it, or these are my ideal clients, and if you can bring them, I would really appreciate it. And you can do that as well. This is an opportunity for you to send invitations to, it could be friends, it could be family, it could be your existing clients, or maybe clients that you'd like to have and people that you think would enjoy your presentation. So invite them as visitors. When you're doing invitations, you can also invite people through social media. So if you are active on social media, do a post, because that is another way that you can get people that maybe you weren't even thinking would want to come, they'll come and see your presentation. And you've taken the time to do that, to invite people. So anybody who says that they're interested, either make sure they register as a visitor on the BBN website, or you register them as a visitor. And then that way we can be prepared for them to come to the meeting. So now that you've invited those extra people, take the time to send reminders. They said yes, so maybe a couple days before your presentation, send out an email to remind them that your presentation is coming up so that they don't forget about it. And if you really want to go the extra mile, you can give those people a call to remind them that they said that they would attend. And chances are that they probably will, because you made that personal touch to let them know that you remembered that they said that they wanted to come. So those are extra credit things that you can do to really, really maximize your 10-minute. So I hope that was beneficial for you, and I look forward to seeing your 10-minute presentation. I'm sure it's going to be amazing.